Hi viewers, in this video we are going to take a look at management versus governance. Governance is senior leadership. It is the board of director, it is the owner of the organization. Governance are the governance team, the people who set the direction, and then it is your job as IT security manager to figure out how to do we get there. Leadership is responsible for big picture. They make the vision. They figure out our mission for the whole organization. They decide on the policies where you and the management team then translate into the standards and we adhere to the policies. We have our guidelines, our procedures, and our baselines. And we need very clear two-way communication between the leadership team and the management team so that leadership clearly understand the risks, the opportunities, and the impacts of the direction that they have chosen. How do we meet the goal and that they have set? So in governance part of the organization, they go in and they look at what our stakeholder needs. And that could be board of directors, that can be the owners. That could be shareholders, regardless of who it is that we are ultimately serving. We look at what their needs are, what the conditions in the market is, the options we have. And as mentioned there, the visionaries, they are the ones who set the directions. And they do through prioritization of the things that we do. They make the decisions, and then when they have made them, we have implemented them. And then it is their responsibility to ensure that whatever it is we have implemented is actually taking us in the right direction. They also determine our risk appetite. And this is important. Basically, we can choose to be somewhere on the spectrum in between the risk aggressive and very risk adverse. In addition, regardless of what we choose for our organization, any choice has unique opportunities and unique threats. If we choose to be bleeding edge risk aggressive, we will then bring us a lot of opportunity, but it also bring us lot of risk. In some companies, that would make a lot of sense. In other companies, that will be a horrible decision. Regardless of what our organization is, it is not something you do. That is senior management, that is governance. You are management. A management as management, we plan, build, and monitor the activities that is needed for the organization to align with the direction that the governance body has set. And we are responsible for risk tolerance. That is how we are practically going to work with our risk appetite decided by senior leadership within our environment. The business need the board of directors, the owners, whom has something we need to do. That is then evaluated and made into something we need to go there. Then they then direct us management. We then plan, build, run, and monitor whatever it is we are doing, and that monitoring then feed back to senior leadership so that can ensure that we are on track. But for this part of the exam, just to understand the flow and why we do it and how it works together, let's look some of the role of senior leadership, C-level executives. And remember, when ultimately they are will be responsible for any decision. The senior that is senior leadership. In the diagram on the right hand side, there is CEO. There would be board of directors and maybe above them other shareholders. But just for simplicity, let's use it here. The CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, is the leader of the organization. That person can also sometimes be referred as the president of the organization. Below the president, we have VPs or vice presidents, and there are in most organizations a lot more. But ultimate is the keyword. Other than CEO, there is CIO or Chief Information Officer, which is responsible for the IT. CTO, sometimes these both CIO and CTO can be merged in one person. Designation's name can be different, but their role and responsibilities are mostly same. There can be a CSO, Chief Security Information, CISO, Chief Information Security Officer, and CFO. CFO is the person who manages the money, so normally it is one of the critical person. Normally, organization obviously have more C-level executive than the one we listed here. But for exams, these are the most critical one. Thank you.